In the bustling heart of a city teeming with life, where the rhythm of footsteps blends with the hum of traffic and the chatter of daily commerce, there sat a beggar on a weathered street corner. His clothes were tattered, his hair unkempt, and his hands bore the marks of countless cold nights spent under the open sky. Many hurried past him, their eyes fixed on their destinations, barely noticing the outstretched palm or the quiet plea for spare change. But the beggar, whose name was Arjun, did more than wait for kindness. He observed the world around him with a keen and thoughtful eye. Each day, as he watched the city's inhabitants rush by, he wondered what made their lives different from his. Was it merely fortune, or was there something deeper at play? One morning, as the sun cast golden rays over the city, Arjun noticed an elderly man in fine clothes pause in front of him. The man looked at Arjun not with pity, but with curiosity. "Tell me," the man said, "why do you sit here each day?" Arjun replied, "I have nowhere else to go. This is my life." The man nodded, then asked, "And what do you think of your life?" Arjun shrugged. "It is hard. I survive, but I do not live." The elderly man smiled gently and sat beside Arjun, much to the surprise of passers-by. "Let me share a story with you," he said. "Many years ago, I too sat where you sit. I felt powerless, invisible and trapped by circumstance. I believed that life had handed me a fate I could not change. But one day, a wise woman told me, 'Change your mindset, and your life will change.' At first, I did not understand. But she explained, 'The world you see is shaped by the thoughts you think. If you believe you are powerless, you will remain powerless. But if you believe you have something to offer, you begin to see opportunities where others see none.'" Arjun listened intently, his curiosity piqued. The elderly man continued, "I began to shift my thinking. Instead of asking what people could give me, I asked myself what I could give to the world. I started small, helping others as best I could. Slowly, people noticed me not as a beggar, but as someone with value. My life changed because my mindset changed." The man stood, placed a gentle hand on Arjun's shoulder, and said, "You may not be able to change your circumstances overnight, but you can begin by changing your thoughts. With every new thought, a new possibility is born." For the rest of the day, Arjun pondered these words. He realized that while he could not control the actions of others, he could control his own perspective. Instead of seeing himself as a victim of fate, he began to see himself as a person with potential, a person capable of kindness, resilience, and growth. The next morning, Arjun greeted the world differently. When someone passed by, instead of merely asking for coins, he offered a smile and a kind word. He helped an elderly woman pick up her groceries when her bag split open, and he directed a lost child to his mother. People began to see Arjun not as a beggar, but as a friendly face on their daily journey. Days turned into weeks, and the transformation continued. A shopkeeper, noticing Arjun's helpfulness, offered him a part-time job sweeping the storefront. With his first earnings in years, Arjun bought himself clean clothes and found a small room to rent. Each step forward was fueled by his mindset, a belief that he could shape his own destiny, no matter how small the change. As Arjun's life improved, he remembered the man's story and sought ways to help others. He volunteered at a local shelter, sharing his journey and encouraging those who felt trapped by circumstance. He spoke to them about the power of mindset, about the importance of seeing themselves as more than their struggles. Word of Arjun's transformation spread through the city. He became a symbol of hope, a testament to the idea that life's greatest changes begin in the mind. People who once ignored him now greeted him warmly, eager to hear his words of encouragement and wisdom. Years passed, and Arjun built a modest but comfortable life. He never forgot his days on the street, nor the lesson that had sparked his journey. He understood that while circumstances could be difficult and unfair, the choice to change one's mindset remained within reach for everyone. The story of Arjun echoes through time. The story of a beggar who changed his life by changing his thoughts. It is a powerful reminder that our mindset shapes the world we experience. When we shift from helplessness to empowerment, from despair to hope, we open doors that once seemed forever closed. In every life, there are moments of challenge and hardship. There are times when the world feels indifferent and the future seems bleak, yet in those moments, the greatest power we possess is the ability to choose our thoughts. We can decide to see ourselves not as victims of fate, but as architects of possibility. Changing your mindset does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that hardship does not exist. It means choosing to believe that, despite difficulty, you have value and the capacity to create change. It means looking for opportunities to grow, to help others, and to see every setback as a lesson rather than a defeat. Arjun's story teaches us that transformation does not require wealth, status, or privilege. It begins with a single thought. A thought that says, I am capable, I am worthy, I have something to offer. With each positive thought, the world begins to shift, revealing new paths and new possibilities. So, whatever your circumstances, remember the lesson of the beggar who changed his life. Begin by changing your mindset. Look for ways to offer kindness and value, even in small ways. Seek opportunities to grow and learn. When you choose to see yourself as someone with potential, you invite the world to see you that way too. Life will always present challenges, but your mindset is the key to unlocking your greatest potential. With each shift in thought, you move closer to the life you desire, a life not defined by what you lack, but by what you choose to become. Let the story of Arjun inspire you to look within, to find that spark of possibility, and to believe in your power to change. The journey begins with a single thought. Change your mindset and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined.